to Childhood Trash, a dumpster dive into our childhood nostalgia where we re-examine some of the most influential media from our youth in order to answer the question, tragic or nostalgic. I'm your host, Maggie Keating, joined by my co-host,
Pia Lapaka.
Hi, Pia.
Hi.
Welcome back.
It's been a while since I've heard that intro.
I know.
It did make me giggle a little.
It made me giggle. I was so excited to say that, and my voice is a little dead today because I have been screaming a lot because of concert and back to school. And
now we'll be screaming more.
What a day.
Yeah. 10 in the morning.
It's 10 in the morning. I haven't had anything to eat yet. We're good. I literally rolled out of bed this morning. We're here. So
we're doing our book club summer reading episode.
Long awaited by
everyone.
Procrastinated.
We were gonna read 4 books.
We read 2.
We read half of the books we said we were going to because we are professional. So what happened was
we read Bridge to Terabithia.
Yes.
And we read Avalon High, both of which we're going to cover today.
Yes.
We both bought
I didn't
Lemonade.
buy it.
Okay, you
thought I was
illegally
gonna
downloaded.
Spend money on this.
I got a used copy on Amazon.
Good job.
Lemonade Mouth.
You could have brought it.
Yeah. And then we were going to read How My Personal Private Journal Became a Bestseller.
I couldn't find it
She
anywhere.
couldn't find it anywhere, and I was looking for an excuse to not have to read it because I didn't want to have to read it.
I'm gonna be honest, that was the book I was most excited to read.
Oh, no, are you serious?
It's okay, just because it was short and seemed easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
because all these other books were 300 pages. I mean, besides
Bridge was short,
right?
yeah. So,
we get it short.
We were gonna read Lemonade Mouth, and then we both
realized it was bad.
Not what we wanted
to read. So we'll do a short
little...
We'll probably have a lot to talk... I have a lot to say about it, even though I didn't read that much of it.
Me too. Okay.
So
we're just gonna, get into it.
We're starting with Bridge to Terabithia. Also, if you haven't read these books, we are gonna be spoiling them. But they're all kind of old.
And they're all kind of similar to the movies.
And
so it's kind of whatever. We've done episodes on most of these already, so go check it out, I guess. Shameless plug.
Yeah.
But
go listen. Okay.
So I guess we can just start with we're starting with Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah, do you want to give a quick synopsis?
Yeah, written by Catherine Patterson in 1977. This is the oldest one.
This is so old, and it felt so old. I didn't realize this book was, so old. I'm sorry, that's a stupid thing to say.
So old. But, my parents were alive before this book came out.
No, yeah, but, I don't know, there's something old-timey about it.
Yeah, it's very, but that's why it reads like a classic.
Yeah.
So basically, it's about this kid, Jesse. They alternate between his name and the book. So I
think Jess is his nickname.
And he lives in a very rural area on a farm.
Milks them cows every damn morning.
And one day, this girl moves in next door, and she's the coolest ever.
Yeah, she's so quirky.
She's so quirky and not like other girls, and she's so cool. And they're 10. Yeah, they're so young.
They're in 5th grade.
But she takes him on all these adventures in the woods by their house, and they're besties for the resties.
Yeah.
Except she dies.
I'm sorry. It makes me laugh because it's so absurd.
It's so terrible.
It's crazy.
It's insane. And it's just a book about
friendship
and grief.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And it's a good one.
It's good. Yeah, I liked it.
It's short, which is beautiful.
Yeah, short and sweet.
It's digestible for little kids, which I really liked.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever read this book before.
I haven't either. I might have had it, but never gotten to it.
Yeah, I watched the movie, I guess, when it came out. But then I remember, around the time when the movie came out, I think I was in, 4th grade, and my 4th grade teacher gave me a copy of Bridge to Terabithia, and I was like, how fucking dare you? You think I want to read about dead kids? Who do you think you are?
This is absurd.
Yeah.
No,
I was really mad about it.
I remember, I turned on the movie with my mom and my sister when it came, kind of around the time it went to, on demand.
Yeah.
And we had no idea what it was about. And
That's
then
so scary.
She literally died, and we were sobbing. We were so upset.
Oh, yeah.
But I generally liked this book. It was super short and easy to read. My thing with it though, I remember in the movie, maybe it was just because I was super young, it seems so much more magical and whimsical.
Yeah, I
in the
agree.
movie.
Yeah, I feel like this felt more like real world.
Yeah.
And like especially in the parts like when they make like Terabithia and stuff, and like it seemed just very like we're in the woods. Like in the movie it's more like
there's creatures.
All these, like and I think that's part of like just the adaptation of it all, like that you can see that stuff. And they kind of like, I don't know, she didn't like describe like what they were imagining they were seeing.
That's very true. And that was like the biggest part for me that I was kind of like over.
Yeah, I think that's what it made it more contemporary.
I'm curious to see like how we feel about it on the rewatch.
Yeah.
I do love Josh Hutcherson so much, so I'm very excited. I love him so much. Like, I can't wait. I'm gonna see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie just because of him. I didn't even play the game when I was little. The other thing that I thought was interesting, I remember in the movie, like, his dad was a super jerk. And then in the book, he was just, like, mad.
He's just kind of like an absentee father.
Yeah, but in the book, he was, like, mean. Or in the movie, he was mean. So they, like, just changed a few things. But
I didn't really remember that, like, so Jesse is like the only boy of all these girls.
Yeah.
And his sisters, they're all kind of like they're all like different archetypes.
Yeah,
like,
they're really interesting.
Like, and then there's like, we didn't even mention his little sister.
Oh yeah.
That's
the whole thing about the book. Like, she's the next queen of Terabithia.
Yeah. Oh my god, it killed me.
I was like,
I was telling my dad about this. That I was like, hey, I just read The Bridge to Terabithia. Like, do you remember the movie? And I was explaining the plot to him, and he goes, "Sounds like they just replaced that dead girl."
Oh my god!
With another one, I was like, "That's crazy."
I can like see your dad saying that. Like, I can see him. Oh my god, no! That's so.
I was like, "No, you don't get it."
No, it's like we're like passing the torch. Yeah. And he's like trying to be a good older brother.
Yeah.
It's like very, very sweet. I did feel like a little like,
oh my god,
at the end of that.
When that girl stole her Twinkie?
Yes, I remember that in the movie Janice or whatever.
Yeah.
But I did like really like how good of a person that Leslie?
Who?
What was her name?
Leslie.
That she was. Like, I thought that she was so interesting, and she was like so kind to the girl who was like the big bully.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a genuinely like good book. Like, I had no complaints really. Like, I don't know.
Let me look at my notes.
The easiest one. But wait till we get to Lemonade Mouth. We didn't even finish it.
Yeah, hold on. I love the running in this book. I like that we read 2 books about runners.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Like, he's like, I'm a fast guy.
He said he could be the fastest runner in the 5th grade.
I was like,
yes.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a training. I've been running all summer.
I loved it for him.
So cute.
This is just a crazy statement. I just want to read. Jess drew the way some people drink whiskey.
Oh, I remember reading that. I was like, what the heck?
This is a kid's book.
She whipped out the imagery. I was like, whoa.
But also, like, alcoholism in a children's book?
Yeah.
I was like a little bit.
I was like doing my research on this, my like half-ass research, and I think that they like that this book got like a lot of backlash for being like a little too adult for kids, even though it was like
I can see that.
Because like I think part of it was like the whimsical, like magical, like being like anti-Christian or whatever the fuck. But
but this book was kind of Christian, my guys.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. They were like, where do you go when you die? Leslie's going to hell.
I forgot about that.
I was like, Leslie's not in hell, guys.
Oh my god, like that was like the craziest thing ever. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then the dad was like, was it the dad who was like, she's not going to hell? Like, that's not how that works.
He was like, little girls don't go to hell.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you saying?
Yeah.
He was so worried about that. Like that was really like, oh my god.
No,
like,
I thought that was the little sister.
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, it was the little sister who was
What's
like,
her name? I can't remember. It's like little girl.
Little girl. I like know the actress. I'm picturing the actress.
Bailey Madison. I met her.
What?
Yeah.
When?
She wrote a book a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I went to the book signing and I like chatted with her. I have a video of her somewhere on my phone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Slay.
So
that's very cool.
I was like, someone stole your Twinkie, girl.
Girl, Maybell?
Was
it Maybell?
I believe you.
I think that sounds
That's
right.
either the sister or the cow.
If you can't tell, like, we're so unprepared today.
No, we're really prepared.
It's
we
like
read all these books.
It's the start of the semester. Like, give us a break. We'll get back to it when we're like, for people who are like
new
writing
to
literature majors, we're like not doing good at this like book episode. Like,
no.
Like, no, oh my god.
To be fair, this is how we operate in our lit classes.
Yeah, this is so
this
true.
Is the same exact
I'll be like, did you read it? No.
You know, like, wasn't on Z Library, couldn't read it.
Sorry.
My other question I have for you is, did you cry while reading this book?
I felt a tear. I might have had a tear.
I was sobbing.
Really? like a moment, especially during
wait.
that part where it was like, is she going to hell? I was like, oh my god.
I'll
like,
show you.
oh no, there's a picture.
I have pictures of me
that's
crying.
going on Instagram.
First there was the single tear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I was just
Oh.
I was so upset.
No, it's really sad.
I was upset all day after reading this book.
I know, it's like really like, oh, it hurt.
Yeah.
Really
How do you feel about Jesse's relationship with his teacher?
weird.
Yeah.
I feel weird about it.
I didn't love it.
I didn't love it at all.
I didn't love that that's where he was when Leslie
When
was out
Leslie
dying.
died. Yeah, when she was drowning or whatever happened.
Well, she got like hit in the head
and
then died.
yeah.
No.
And then the way he reacted to her death, like just like
That
being
was
like,
crazy.
being like, that's not real. And
Yeah,
then
and then-
even thinking it was a dream.
Yeah.
And then everyone waking up and being like, what's wrong with you? Why don't you like?
That
why aren't you
was
upset?
that was such a like crazy choice, like from a writing standpoint, to be like, here's this book about like grief and like, you know, it's a kid's book, and it's like, it's just like he doesn't lash out or do anything that like people would expect.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
It is super interesting, and it's like super real.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like you wake up and you're like you don't realize like it's hard to process that stuff until it's like much later sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, his teacher was weird.
she was just like all up. She called him on the phone like hello. I was like, oh my god, no thanks.
He was also just like in love with her.
Yeah, he was full. Oh my god,
Fully in
okay.
love with her.
Can we talk about this? Like, what is it with like the books that we were reading and the like the young people like being in love with the like older
Older women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I know, and this was written by a woman.
Yeah. What were you thinking, girl?
I mean,
Like
she knew her audience.
Like sometimes, like I go back, or, like I listen to like podcasts that like talk about like movies and like rewatch movies from like whenever, and they'll be like, like that didn't age quite well.
Yeah.
Even though the movie's great.
Yeah.
That might be one of them. Just like the weird like teacher pulls up to the house, takes him away for the day. Like that's a little weird.
They're like, we're going to DC.
Like it's kind of it like could function as a plot device, but also like I don't really know.
I just like, yeah, it's like a weird.
It was also a different time.
Yeah,
but,
it's
like,
true.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
I know my parents would be like, "What the fuck?" Like my English teacher from senior year was like, I ran the like literary magazine I was in the literary magazine like all of high school, but then like I ran it in my senior year, and like I had class with him, like good buddies, and then we like followed each other on Instagram after I graduated, and my parents were like, "Is that weird?" And I was like, "I don't think so," but like
No, like I feel the same way, because like
he was like my favorite teacher, so I don't think that's weird, but like
when I was in 8th grade, my choir teacher in middle school left to like go to a different school, and he like followed us all on Instagram, and he like still follows me.
Really?
So
okay,
like
that's a little weird. Like
I think that's
grade,
weird.
That's a little weird. Okay,
but then I also get super weird about like different, like even like like I don't know, lighter things of being like, I don't want to like email a teacher after I've been like, if like a high school teacher.
Oh
like,
yeah, like when you leave.
Yeah, even though I'm like, you know, you meant so much to me, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like I don't really know what that relationship is like, and like I feel like it's a weird like
Boundary.
step to,
There's such a boundary that
Yeah.
you have to be like, stop.
Yeah.
Very
Because then
true.
you're like a real person and not like just like a student.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very true.
I think it's strange.
Very true.
What about the dog?
Love the dog.
Love the dog.
Love the dog. What was the dog's name? T something. They like did like they had like a nickname.
Can't remember.
No, Prince
Prince something.
PT.
PT.
Is the nickname.
Terabithia.
Prince of Terabithia.
But he was actually more like the jester.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was reading it thinking in the movie version, because I know we talked about in our Race to Witch Mountain episode that Anna Sophia Robb was hired for that movie because of Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's why they gave her a dog.
Oh,
in
really?
Race to Witch Mountain.
Yeah, because she just like
Maybe she's
is
like,
so
"I want a
charming.
dog."
Yeah, she's just so charming. Yeah.
She's like, give me a dog.
Give me the dog.
Yeah, because I feel like that might have been like a cute little
Yeah,
thing
it
she
was
asked
very,
for.
very cute.
Yeah.
Well, overall thoughts.
Good.
Overall thoughts. Very good.
Yeah.
Nostalgic.
It's nostalgic.
It's nostalgic.
It was beautiful. I cried.
I cried. Good
Ruined
book.
my day.
Worth it for sure. Like
Yeah.
worth a read.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a read.
Yeah, sad I didn't read it in 4th grade, but I
Me
don't think
too.
I would have gotten it.
I don't think I would have gotten it either, but it like also would have been like important for me to read. I also would have been like, why did I read this? So
I'm excited to watch the movie.
me too.
So we will be watching the movie.
I have a great picture
Very
of
soon.
Jay Hutch to post when we
Yeah,
read
I'm
when we watch
excited.
the movie.
And Bailey Madison actually just posted some more behind the scenes.
Oh, gorgeous.
On her Instagram.
Perfect. I love when that lines up. Like sometimes that happens and I'm like,
She knows what's up.
Yeah.
She knows what's going on.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to...
Lemonade Mouth.
Should we do that one next?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's sandwich it.
Let's you know, like,
Sandwich it between...
well, yeah, anyway.
Okay. So like, the writing style... Okay, well...
Wait, so Lemonade Mouth. Quick synopsis. It's about, well, okay. This book is framed as this one random loser in high school who is writing a book about the rise of this band that went to her high school.
Daisy Jones, but like flop.
Oh yeah, flop era Daisy Jones.
Yeah.
And so she's like, she basically asked all the classmates that she knew in this band to like write their like story and tell their story about how they came to be a band. And she's not an important character, but she wants to be.
She is there, yeah. She is certainly there.
She is certainly there. So we have, you know, freaking Wen, Mo, Charlie, Olivia, Stella.
Yeah.
All in this band. Mm-hmm. All have their own things going on.
I have so much to say. Like, oh my god. Like, we didn't even finish it, and I have so much to say.
This begins in the prologue. Hold on, let me read this line to you. Because it's crazy. Dear reader, as anyone can tell you, the facts surrounding the rise and fall of the late, great Lemonade Mouth are steeped in legend and shrouded in mystery. And I said, Jesus fucking Christ. I was like, what am I reading?
What is about, like, so dramatic for what?
It's so dramatic.
So, like, to get started, like, this book, like, from what I read, and I can't say that I read the whole thing, but I did read about half of it, like, almost half.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I read
I always say that if I get to like about halfway, if I read about 100 pages, and I don't like it, that like I'm gonna put it down. Like that's like my mark. But like it seemed very similar to the movie.
It seemed like the movie,
but the movie made it more charming.
It so much better.
It like
it took out all the like
the weird
sleazy parts of this book.
Yes, it did. There's a lot of, but like the plot is very similar to the movie.
When did this book come out?
Like 2000. I have it written down here. 2007.
2007.
So like just to like start, like I don't even know where.
I don't know.
Except okay, I just want to start with the girls. Let's start with the girls.
Okay.
Because like all of the girls in this book are described in such strange ways. Like both Olivia and Stella are described as being like big and like weird.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like I
don't remember that.
They kept like saying that Stella had like massive hands and she was so tall and like an Amazon girl and like
I remember
Olivia
that with like
too.
her hair, because like originally, so in the beginning of the book, Stella has really long hair.
Yeah, and then she
cuts it off, which is different than the movie.
Yeah. And then like same with Olivia, they're like she's so awkward because she's so tall and big.
Oh,
like literally, this guy just keeps describing her as like huge. Like they keep saying all the girls are huge, and then Mo, they're like she's ridiculously skinny and like frail, but like Charlie's obsessed with her, and he keeps having these like really weird like thoughts about her.
No,
he's like, and okay, Charlie. Okay, in the movie, Charlie's brother is like a person, like he's alive. In the book, he's not
dead.
because he's the twin that like was like he ate in the womb.
and he has his own. He has his like his inner monologue is his brother who died.
Name? Charlie and
that confused the shit out of me because I was like, do you have a twin and you have like telepathy? Like I was like, what is going on?
No, like his brother is like just like speaking to him and it's literally just like
his brother is like his little like conscience.
Yes,
it's like his little like angel on his shoulder.
But he'll literally just be like, wow, I'm like obsessed with her and like I need her and it's like so weird. It's so weird. Oh my god, like, I don't even get me started on Wen. Wen is the worst character in
Wen needs to die. So Wen starts off, and, okay, so the whole idea, like, I don't love Wen in the movie either, but, like, Wen...
He's not the worst.
He's not the worst. Wen in the show, or the book, Wen in the book is I don't know, is attracted to.
Is extremely
attracted to his dad's younger girlfriend.
Yes.
Now let me just
like some of these lines are insane. Like they're insane.
She was wearing a revealing halter top and a pair of tight cutoff jeans that accentuated her butt perfectly. My God. That's when, by the way. I sometimes caught myself fantasizing about her shiny black hair or her cartoon breasts.
That's actually in there.
These are real words that were written in a book.
Wait, how did I not? This is what I get for not taking notes. And then he's like,
I felt so terrible about it. I hate myself, but she's so hot. But I hate myself, but she's so fucking hot.
It was so weird.
Oh my God.
So and then...
no.
And
the
then...
scene? No.
So in the movie, the scene that they're like, the scene where he's in class and he opens the folder and it's her drawings. It's like, just like her drawings in the movie.
Yes.
It's just like some drawings for her class.
In the book,
it is literally naked drawings of herself. And it's implied, I think it's implied that he like has a reaction to it.
Don't worry about it. I have a quote for you. But before that, I do want to mention that he compares, I forget the girlfriend's name.
Sydney.
He compares Sydney to having your own nanny. He said, the sex nanny sent by Satan.
Like, what?
And to your previous point about his reaction, it is, quote, a big, obvious triangle at the crotch of my jeans, a sideways teepee. And then he gets like a nickname for being like boner guy.
It's so insane.
But like, what?
Yeah. And then he sometimes he'll like run into her and then he like goes to the bathroom and like then it like cuts to the next chapter and you're like, what the heck? Like, what?
I know, this woman literally like lives at his house.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He's such a freak.
Yeah.
Like, he's horrible.
He's really sleazy. I don't really love him.
I was like mad uncomfortable reading this book. I read like a part about, I texted Pia, I was like, dude, like, I don't know. I don't know about this.
Dude, he put a Christopher Columbus quote in this book.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
You were like,
following the light of the sun, we left the old world, Christopher Columbus. I said no. That's where I stopped.
Like this book, like I felt like goes against everything that the movie.
Yeah. They barely mention the lemonade. They're like, yeah, there's lemonade machines, frozen lemonade, yeah, mama.
Yeah.
They're like, we drink lemonade sometimes.
I like cannot tell you to stay away from this enough. And when I was like, I was like, did anybody else like feel extremely weird about this book? So I was like looking on Goodreads and stuff, and the reviews were largely positive.
No, I know, I read it. I read some of the reviews because I was like, should I continue reading this book?
Yeah, me too. And like,
and there's also a sequel.
There's a sequel. I was gonna say there's another book. I wrote the synopsis down. I can read it.
Tell me.
So, after Olivia, Wen, Stella, Charlie, and Mo found each other and the music, just how did this band of misunderstood outcasts end up rocketing from high school nobodies to household names? Like, it seems like the exact same book. The members of the legendary band Lemonade Mouth recount what happened next, how a clever music promoter, an unwanted summer visitor from India, and an unexpected reappearance from Olivia's past shook their world and launched them...
Oh, so like Olivia's dad comes back.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. On their own extraordinary roller coaster ride into destiny. This is the official continuation of the history of Rhode Island's most influential band.
Rhode Island.
I don't know why that's included, but yeah, so that's basically it.
Okay.
Like, it literally just kind of sounds like the same exact
they
book.
like get a... So yeah, I think they like just skip that in the movie.
Yeah.
They're just like, then they're famous.
Yeah.
They don't have to go get like
that's kind of
an agent and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares? Olivia has anxiety in this book.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
I like that
anxiety.
Too. She's like the slayest in the book. Except that they keep calling her like large and fat pretty much, so I was like, okay.
I didn't notice that. What I did notice is the song that they sing.
Yeah,
it's
not the song at all. It's a jingle. It's like a jingle from like a commercial.
Like a dentist commercial or something.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say. What did they sing in the detention room?
Like one of the songs.
Na 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 na.
That one.
Na na. Yeah, they sing that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just singing this jingle and the teacher comes in. She's like, "You're a band." Like they're singing a jingle.
Yeah.
They're playing with rubber bands.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It was super weird. And I mean, they like, by the time I had put down the book, they hadn't played any other music, so I didn't see what else
Did you get to the
playing.
Halloween bash?
No, but they were talking about it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why
was
is this
like
book
ridiculously
so long?
It was
It's 'cause
over
there's,
300 pages.
It's 352 pages when I looked it up on Goodreads.
Oh my god.
Because there's 5 fucking perspectives, and then there's also like the writer of the book.
And
or
the
whatever.
font is hella small.
Oh, yeah.
In the book, like, and it's all like everyone
font's
has
big.
different font. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's so
and it was driving me
stupid.
crazy. I was like, I can't. And Charlie, like, he like slightly changed the writing style for each person.
Yeah.
And Charlie was literally illiterate. Like, it was so
I know.
annoying.
The whole thing of Charlie is like he doesn't know how to write.
Yeah.
And it's like so stupid.
And he was literally like, and then I did this, and then and like, it was literally the run-on sentences were insane.
I kind of like almost like I was like that's
That's an
interesting
interesting
At
choice.
least like
but like
they don't all sound
if the book
same.
was good, maybe
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
But like I was just like pissed off at this.
At least
so
they
I
don't
didn't
all
want to
sound the
finish it.
same. I like Stella.
Yeah, she's
cool.
What was it? Sister.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
That was like, oh my god. She kept saying like, sister. What was it? It was like like she wouldn't. I keep wanting to say sister slay, but that's
It was
definitely not
literally
it.
like Sister Slay though. Sister Slash. Sister Stella. No, Sister Stella was her alter ego.
Yeah.
My evil soul sister. What the fuck?
It was so like she had like this weird like alter ego that she was like. I don't
But
know.
I really
She's giving,
liked-
like Riot Girl.
I almost wish they kept. This was like one thing from the book that I wish they kept in the movie was her shirt.
Yeah.
Because her shirt in the book is like hands, like she painted hands like over her boobs. And that's why she got in trouble with Brennigan. Brennigan's
so
also
funny.
not the principal.
No,
in the
he's
book.
the vice principal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So confusing.
Which is like, why?
There was also not much about like the sports like rivalry, which I really liked that in the movie. Like,
Yeah, I
that
think
was
it's
an
fun.
interesting dichotomy. So
Interesting. Yeah, they like kind of mentioned, they're like, oh yeah, like that's why we got the new gym, but that's about it.
BRB. Hello? Oh, okay.
What? Maggie just got a phone call.
Wrong number.
Anyway. Mo, how do you feel about Mo?
Mo was interesting. Like, she was like, so she's still seeing Scott in this book.
Yeah.
And it's much more like scandalous. It's more like, ooh.
She almost breaks up with him in the beginning because she's like, I have school.
She's like, I'm busy.
Yeah. But she's also like obsessed with him. She's like, I'm dating the coolest guy. And I feel like Mo in the movie is a lot more understated.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really care about
Him. And she's much more like independent, which
Yeah.
is cool. I don't know. The movie's just like better.
Yeah.
Which is like, I never say that, but the movie's just better.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say for the next two, because we've seen the movies, reviewed them on the pod. Which one's better, the book or the movie? And I think this one.
The movie is better.
For sure. I don't know. Do we have anything else to say about Lemonade Mouth?
Don't read it.
Yeah, don't.
I don't know. Like, I'm upset.
It really like pissed me off.
Tragic
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, what's her name? Naomi Fishmeyer? Who the fuck?
I don't even know.
I feel like they were trying to make her maybe that character. You know how like in the end,
It ties in somehow.
yeah, you know how in the end, Charlie, there's like a girl who waves to Charlie. That's who in my head was Naomi.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll never know. But she was like best friends with Mo. I don't know. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. Bad book. Let's move on.
Avalon High.
Avalon
We're still good.
High. Avalon High, I just read this one. I have lots of thoughts.
I have lots of thoughts. I have more mixed feelings about this
Yes.
one than like positive overall or negative
Yeah,
overall.
yeah.
Because like this was like kind of a fun, cute little read. It was like kind of fun, but it was also like at times I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. So Avalon High is about Elaine.
Elaine. Yeah.
Who is moving to, is it DC? I think it's DC.
It's somewhere in that area.
They're all in DC.
It's in the DMV.
Yes.
You know.
She's moving to DC with her professor parents because they're both on sabbatical.
Yeah.
Researching books. And writing books, I guess. And she gets wrapped up in the idea of the Order of the Bear and that King Arthur is going to return. And she like gets involved with people that are doing that thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So this book, very interesting because like if this didn't have the like King Arthur aspect, I might have liked it more.
Oh, interesting.
Because I felt like it was like just there was like massive plot holes in this book.
Oh yeah, she knew nothing about medieval times. I found it so funny. She kept repeating. She was like, "They smell bad." Like every line, she was like, "This is what I know so, that happened."
I just like at the end, they kept saying like, "Oh, like the dark times are gonna come back. Like Mordred is going to ruin everything." But like how? What was he gonna do? Like what was going to happen?
Yeah.
Like I was so confused. Like how was like the world gonna end? How was everything gonna be terrible? I was just like, they didn't like quite explain like how the Dark Age was gonna return. They were like just so scared of the Dark Age, and it wasn't specific enough.
Yeah.
And but like as like a cute like I felt like the dynamic between like Allie and Ellie. It's Ellie in the book. It's Ellie in the book. Ellie and Will and like the others was like cool, and like I liked the little romance that they had. I thought it was cute. But like with the other stuff, like it was just like very like not researched well.
Yeah, I think there's
or, like,
that.
thought out well.
I think there's that, and I also think there's like, to me it didn't have the same like magic.
Yeah, it didn't.
Like there's so much more magic in the movie.
Yeah, they're really
like they really play into like the Merlin of it all, and like the sword and the visions. Those are all like really big like kind of magical elements that there's only really like one magical thing in this, which is just like the sword at the end, and she's like, time was crazy in that moment, and it's like, okay, did you notice this? I was reading this and I was like, why the fuck are we talking about this pool so much?
Oh my god, she was obsessed with the pool.
Drove me crazy.
But it's supposed to be like at the end,
lady
like, the lady of the lake, but it was so obvious.
Snooze. Like, oh my god. No, I was so tired of it. She's like, this is how we clean the pool.
She was obsessed with the pool. She literally would just be like, I'm
got it.
She was like so, I was like, girl, you're depressed. Like, oh my god.
She's like, all I did all summer was lay out in the pool and like just live with my thoughts. Like, she didn't bring a book. She was like, I just floated. And which is like why she's such a good match for Will, because he just sat on a rock all day and didn't do anything.
They're so real together.
They're so real together.
Like, I don't know. The other thing about this book was Ellie was super like, I'm not like other girls.
Oh my god, Ellie pissed me off. She was like, no, Nancy loves other guys. I don't love guys. And then she proceeded to like literally on page say she's in love with Will on like chapter 2.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm in love with him. It's happening.
She's like,
he has
this
a girlfriend.
Is not like me. Like, I'm so like different than
She kept blaming Nancy.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for Nancy.
I know Nancy.
Nancy was like never on the page.
Met Nancy.
She was like on a phone call once. And that was about it. She was like, Nancy was in love with my brother, Jeff, and like, whatever. And I was like, literally, get over it.
She was very like, I don't know. She was just like, I don't want to be like that. Like, I'm like cooler than them. Kind of thing. And it was so like,
I liked that she had other friends though. Yeah. Like that she had track friends.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun. Even though they were kind of lame. Like, one of them like liked to gossip. That was like her thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And, I don't know what the other one was, but like, I don't know. I like that there was like a little more like normal world.
Yeah. Like I said, like this book works well as kind of like just like a little like cute little romance kind of.
I didn't love the romance though.
Really? I remember being kind of like cute. Like it was like kind of cute.
It was cute. I don't know. Maybe it was the fact that she was like in love with him. She was like, I'm literally in love with him.
Okay. I mean, I haven't read it. I read it like a month ago maybe.
Yeah, so I read it yesterday. So yeah. What worked better, you think?
Okay, what worked
book than the movie?
What worked better for me in the book was like, I remember we talked about this, was how Arthur or Will was Arthur.
Yeah.
Like, I know that they did it because, like, Ellie was, like, Allie...
Which one are we talking about?
Okay, movie Allie, like, they wanted it to be, like, girl power.
Yeah.
And, like, slay. But they didn't, like, make the rest of the movie, like, lead up to that very well. Like,
really? You think so?
Yeah, like, Will, like, they just, like, all of the foreshadowing was for Will.
But and, I like the switcheroony.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of missing the switch in that,
I guess.
Yeah.
But I did like her like little Lady of the Lake moment, and like getting to like kind of like have a crucial role even though she didn't think she did. And then also like I guess having Marco being Mordred was very predictable, but I liked how he had like he seemed like a good guy at first, and like he was very charming in the book, I think. And then like he was like at the party and he was cool, but then he was like kind of devious on the side. Like he was like kind of like trying to get Will to find out about Jen and Lance.
Yeah.
I did kind of like that dynamic a little better than in the movie, I think.
Yeah, I think I just like that. I think I talked about this when we did Avalon High, but like I've read some like Arthurian legend like retellings and stuff, and I've never liked them because like I think there's different ways you can like twist the tale and whatever. But I really like the way that a lot of like the elements in the movie are like this kind of bait and switch. Like I really like that like Allie in the movie becomes Arthur, and like that makes sense. And then I figured out freaking Will is the Lady of the Lake.
Oh, I think? Okay. I just wish that they had made that more clear in the movie.
Yeah, that's fair. And then I like in the movie that Mordred is the teacher, because like that is fun. That's like we can trust
that's
you.
very true.
And then Marco is like actually
he's like a good guy.
They
just didn't fill in the roles of like who Will and Marco were in the movie. So I was like kind of like who missed Miles for real. Was his name Miles in the movie?
I know, I missed him so much.
He was my fave.
Because, okay, the teacher as Merlin was so lame. He didn't do shit.
Yeah, he was like...
He didn't do magic stuff. He didn't get headaches that saw the future.
No.
Oh my god, drove me crazy.
And he didn't say that silly little thing.
I know, I was waiting for it. And the final battle where they're all in New Zealand.
And he has the staff and the horses and the armor. I was like, no.
I know, I was missing that. When they have there's like a scene where like Lance and Ellie get paired up for a project, and then there's these two like nerdy guys who are like, we want that one, like, and then I thought that was gonna be Miles, and then I was like, oh, Ellie, they're gonna work together, and then I was like,
and then it was like Lance, and then they kept trying to like pair up Lance and Ellie. I was like, what's happening? Like everyone was like, Lance and Ellie are meant to be together.
See, I feel like I got more. This was what I was gonna say. I feel like I got understood more about like the whole King Arthur universe in the book than in the movie.
Me too.
Because I was like, I didn't know like Lady Shallot or whatever.
I had no idea who that was.
Didn't know who that was. Like didn't know who the Lady of the Lake was. I didn't know like what their relationships were to each other in terms of like the poems and the whatever the stories.
Yeah, me too. I liked how much they included the poem. I liked that a lot.
I got bored of it.
Really?
Eventually.
Oh, I liked it at the beginning of the chapter. I thought that was cool.
Sometimes. And then I was like, every chapter.
Yeah. That's fair.
But
totally fair.
But no, I feel like I understood that more. And then I feel like they threw in the Order of the Bear and they didn't really explain that. Yeah. They were just like, and then there's the Order of the Bear.
I just felt like some of that like Arthurian like retelling stuff that they tried to do just wasn't planned out very well in the book. So I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it was just like information thrown at you, and then it was just like, here you go.
But I most of the time I did like Ellie's inner monologue. Like I was always like, she's kind of fun. She's kind of fun. Just a girl.
She's just a girl.
So I was like,
she's a girly girl. I don't know. I feel like some parts of this book were just weird and I didn't believe them. Yeah. Like, in the beginning, so, like, the first day, when Ellie's out running with her dad, she sees Lance and Will and Jen. And then, like, later that night, or no, the day after the first day of school, he, like, just shows up in her yard.
Oh my god, she literally opens her eyes and just, like, majestically standing over her.
And then just proceeds to, like, have dinner with her folks and, like, does that multiple times throughout the book. Just, like, appears.
Boys don't do that.
Why don't boys do that?
Boys don't
stalk you.
They don't do that. Well, they might, but, like, they don't. So, not in, like, a nice way, so.
No, I just thought that was so strange.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he... He was like, your dad said I was out here. Is this a bad time?
And she's like naked. She's like,
I'm in my pool.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Overall, I liked it though. Like I had a good time. I read it and I was like, this is fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice. Like it was good,
easy to read,
good pacing. I think.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
So
I also felt like Will was a sleigh in this. Like
he
Will's
did.
kind of like a soggy like piece of bread in the movie.
Yes.
But Will in the book, he was just always standing up for people and he like had really good morals.
Yeah, he did. I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
That's like part of the reason I liked The Little Romance so much. I loved Will. He was so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't get his whole thing. He was just like the whole time he was like, something is off.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking like, are you on your period? Like what is going on?
Probably.
It was really... Yeah. It didn't make any sense. Yeah, it was a good time.
Good time.
It was a good time. I loved the parents.
Yeah, they were cute.
They were like goals. They like just watched Jeopardy.
I know, they
and
like,
researched their
literally,
books.
yes. That's
Talking
I
about
hope
Jeopardy
that's
so
me.
much.
Yes.
I was just like, that's literal goals.
So true.
That's who I want to be.
Oh. Very cute.
Yeah.
Overall, nostalgic for me. I liked it. What did you think?
I think it's nostalgic, but I like the movie better.
Okay, fair. Ooh, that's tough. Because I think that ideally, I would have combination of both the movie and the book.
Yeah. I just feel like Julie turned this book
She did.
into something great.
She really did.
You know?
And yeah.
I'm so proud of her for that.
And the movie is just very special. It's very close to my heart.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, wow. That wraps up this book-themed episode.
What just happened?
I don't remember.
We blocked out. Like, I don't even know.
I don't know. Well, we might do a book episode again.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I think we should read The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
I would love to at some point because I really liked those actually. I really quite liked them.
Yeah, and I
love
think
America
that would be
Ferrera,
interesting.
so
So maybe next summer.
maybe next time.
Yeah,
We'll think about it.
we have a full schedule, but
So
next up,
what is next? We're so excited to continue House of Anubis season 2. Very exciting on the podcast.
Yes,
I can't
we're
wait
going
to
back to school with House of Anubis.
Oh my god, that's exciting.
I know.
We're back. We're so back.
Yeah. And then we'll also be watching Bridge to Terabithia. So if you read the book, you can like compare it.
Compare the
That's
movie
what
with
we'll
us.
be
That's
doing.
yes, that's in fact.
And then we'll start getting into some spooky shit.
Oh my god,
Yeah, pretty
Halloween is
soon.
coming up. I'm so pumped
around
for
the
our
corner.
Halloween episodes. It's gonna be so fun because we didn't get to do this because we hadn't started the podcast at this time last year. So it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna rewatch all of my favorite Disney Channel Halloween movies.
I'm
and
very excited.
It's gonna be great. Got a good roster.
Yes. We have lots planned. Lots coming up.
Lot to do.
Yeah, and maybe some interviews.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yes. We have. Yeah.
Yes.
So
You want to take us out?
Taking us out. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Childhood Trash. You can follow us at Childhood Trash Pod on Instagram. You can follow Pia at Pia LaPlaca.
You can follow Maggie at Maggie and Keating.
We'll see you next week. Maybe. Bye. Season 2. Welcome back.